The story begins with Helen, a woman seeking help. She is a dedicated wife. She always makes sure her husband is well taken care of at home, including preparing his lunch for work. However, behind their seemingly perfect domestic life, her husband has a bad temper and often takes it out on her. One morning while cooking, Helen heard a radio program featuring a psychologist named Edward. Inspired by Edward's words, Helen felt compelled to buy his book. The next day, she went to the bookstore, hoping to find ways to manage her stress and cope with her husband's behavior. Helen was known as a very friendly person in her neighborhood. She often greeted her neighbor, Carl. Unfortunately, her genuine kindness was misinterpreted by her husband. One night, consumed by blind jealousy, her husband berated Helen and accused her of having an affair with Carl. The argument escalated into physical violence, leaving Helen injured and requiring hospitalization. A few days after the incident, Helen decided to leave home. Her goal was clear: to meet with Edward for counseling. They met at Edward's office, where Helen shared all that she had endured. Shocked by Helen's husband's treatment, Edward offered his help and support whenever she needed it. Their relationship, which began as that of consultant and client, gradually evolved. Their sessions often continued at restaurants, and, over time, their meetings became more personal. They started having dinner together, going for walks and watching movies, and they no longer just discussed Helen's problems. Coincidentally, the hotel where Helen was staying was the same one where Edward was staying. This gave Edward, who had secretly started developing feelings for Helen, the opportunity to get closer to her. One night, he invited her to a romantic dinner. The warm atmosphere between them continued until they returned to the hotel. In the elevator, during a quiet moment, the two almost kissed. However, Helen came to her senses and pulled away, remembering her status as a wife. Long story short, Helen decided to return home. However, her husband greeted her with demands that she make him happy. She refused, citing exhaustion, which only fueled his suspicion and anger. Unable to control his emotions, he abused her again until she lost consciousness. After regaining consciousness, Helen fled immediately and went straight to Edward. With a broken heart, she told him everything that had just happened. Edward, filled with compassion, comforted her. That night, in a safe and understanding atmosphere, they formed a closer bond. The next morning, the phone rang. Helen's husband told her to come home. Overcome with guilt over what had happened, she obeyed. However, when she arrived home, she was subjected to violent treatment once again, forcing her to be rushed to the hospital for the second time. This time, her husband's actions could no longer be tolerated. The police arrived and arrested him. At the hospital, Edward came to visit Helen. He promised to always be by her side and to build a new life with her. With new hope on the horizon, the story ends.